What is up, Nerf Nation? It's your boy Normatico, and I am here with a blaster review. Today, we're going to actually be reviewing the Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is a blaster by Leedle Dynamics. Yes, Leedle on printables. And it is a stringer, as you can see. Now, this blaster, it is a Chongus. It is rather large, much like the name would imply. And it is a half-dart mag-fed lever-action blaster. So very similar to a SLAB, it's just pure delight to fire. Now, it does actually take quite a bit of time to print. This thing, I believe that it took me total print time of 4 days using 2 printers, and this actually is not part of the blaster. This is a secondary blaster. This actual master key is for Mega XL. It is a string-based Mega XL launcher that Leedle designed. It is a free file on printables, and you can actually use this on any other blaster with a rail, but it just fits really nicely with this one, so I went ahead and added it on here. Now, let's talk about this blaster design. Of course, stringers, they are known for being able to have different power settings depending on how tight you got this string. I have it tuned to the point where we should be hitting anywhere between 100 to 120 FPS, depending on what dart types we're using. But I'll tell you, it is a pretty solid build. This thing is pretty heavy. Now, he does recommend using 3 outer walls and about 30% infill. Naturally, because of the fact that I like to use things as a bludgeoning weapon and just in case, this actually has, I believe, 7 walls. And this right here, the handle, because it is a stress part, I went ahead and used 10 walls and 100% infill. The filament itself, it is a Sparkle PLA by Elegoo, and I believe that the grip, as well as this little shroud here, that is all PET G. It is metallic gray from Flashforge. That is what I used for this particular blaster. Now, let's talk about it. Of course, this blaster was released, I want to say, at the end of November. The file is about $7, and you know what? I think it's well worth it, especially if you have a 3D printer. It does take about roughly a roll and a half of filament to print everything out, and the instructions, Leedle does actually have a video when it comes to an assembly and a build guide. What does not have a build guide that I was able to see is this actual I guess the master key, so to speak. However, it is very self-explanatory. You know, it's, I believe, 5 parts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like 5 parts, including 6 parts, including pins. It's easy. I mean, this took about a day to print total. So there you have it. Now, regarding the blaster itself, one thing I will notice about stringers is that sometimes they have this sketchy habit of not being very good to aim with, and they don't tend to be the most accurate blasters. I was actually able to field test this recently in a little backyard battle I had with some guys that came over to my house for Thanksgiving, and you know what? It performed really well. At distances of like 40 to 50 feet away, I was actually hitting people, and it was dead on accurate. Now, again, that could be the dart as well, but for a stringer, that's pretty amazing. Now, to actually utilize this blaster, of course, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to switch sides here. You just actually take this lever, slap it back, and fire. So, again, it is a pretty decent motion. Of course, you can actually just pull on this mag release. As you can see, I still have a few darts left in the magazine, and in you go. Now, it does work with both Dart Zone, the original AF Pro magazines, but it does not work with the original Dart Zone magazines. So, again, Talon compatible, not necessarily Katana compatible. So just to let you know. But yeah, all in all, it is a joy to shoot. So let's go and actually talk about numbers. We're going to go to the chronograph, and then we'll be back with the final thoughts regarding the Leviathan. All right, so here are our final thoughts regarding Leviathan. As you can see, the numbers were there. The blaster is HvZ spec. It is something you could take to an HvZ and be perfectly fine with. The numbers when it came to consistency, I'll be honest with you, I was very impressed with the Nerf Pro darts. I hate to have a form of confirmation bias here, but the chronograph readings did confirm that when it comes to FPS at least wise, the Nerf Pro darts are the most consistent darts at low FPS, second only to, say, the worker ones. The worker ones that I had were Gen 3 workers that were glow tips. Those are the ones that were getting probably the highest numbers. The Nitro Shot darts, they were okay. They actually had a high of a 122, but also had the low of 89. I think that might have just been a bad dart or it got squibbed, so I'm not entirely sure. It also hit the chronograph, so maybe. I'm not sure what happened there. But the number's there, so it's going to go for the measurement. The X-Shot darts were also very consistent. They performed pretty well, and they were right there with the Nitro shots. So there you have it. The Gen 3 heavies obviously brought it down to like the 105 to 110 range, which is to be expected, to be honest, because they're a heavier dart, but they will still fly as far because it is a heavier dart head. It's more mass. It's going to take longer for it to slow down. But all in all, I'm actually very impressed with Leviathan. This is a fun blaster to use. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say that this actually makes one of my top blasters of the year for 2025. I haven't reviewed very many blasters this year because there have not been very many to review this year. Everything was loaded in the back, and there were a couple ones that were released by Dartzone that I just haven't had a chance to get my hands on yet because, yeah, I was left with a bitter taste in my mouth. So, but we'll see. But there you have it, guys. This is Leviathan by Leedle. Obviously, you saw that the Master Key, the Mega XL Master Key, is capable of launching darts at 48 FPS. That's usually well below the FPS cap for HvZ as well, but still usable. I mean, when I'm telling you that I was able to launch these across my yard at 60 feet, that is very decent, And the cool part about this, and again, this highlighting the Leviathan as well, is that this angled Picatinny grip on the bottom, it is at a perfect angle because this makes it come out with a parabolic arc. So basically, you are keeping your aim just like this, and it's going to go where you want it to go in an arced angle. So that's awesome. That's actually really cool. As opposed to where if it was straight, it would just go straight out and then curve down after about 20 feet. So there you have that. But yeah, that's Leviathan, you guys. It's available on printables. I believe it's a $7 download price. And you can actually make as many as you want, just can't sell them for commercial. Though I am working, I've actually reached out to Bruce, hopefully he'll respond to me. I would actually love to feature this on the Big Blaster Consortium because it's big, it's beautiful, it's a blaster, and I love it. So, yeah. I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, y'all, keep on blasting.